Good evening. Oh.
Good evening, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I greet them before you go. Morning, man. Morning, man. Yeah, good to go.
Good evening, Miss Bangwell.
Good evening, ma'am. You're welcome. Thank
you. Okay. How did the meeting with the other girls go? I hope it went well. I can't talk when she joined this class.
Don't buy your mics down.
Beg, you need money for better thing. Leave that mic down. I wear black and go sing praise.
Hello, parents. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to start at exactly 8 p.m. so that we can finish as soon as we can. I want to thank everyone for joining in tonight. I'm so excited to see some surnames that I have seen the entire week with different first names. Welcome, 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 Mrs. Soyebi, Miss Cassandra. I should think that's Miss Cassandra from Ghana. Welcome, Miss Chinwe. Welcome, Mrs. Choman Namani, Mrs. Ella Omukoro, Gladys Olisa, AK, Joy Ibebunam, Nkiru Kaude, Olajumoke Bolahan, Olajumoke Ojele. I mean, I've seen these names a lot this week. I've seen them in different classes, in different groups. So it's such an honor for me to be meeting with the people that trusted their babies to me this week. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you for coming out on time as well. The waiting room is filling up very quickly. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out tonight. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. So we're having this meeting right here on Zoom, but we're also streaming on YouTube. So you already have automatic replay for any time you want to go back to what we are going to be talking about tonight. Kai, I'm so honored to meet with every single person in the house tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my God, I feel so honored. I feel so honored. I feel so honored to be meeting every single person in the house tonight. All right, more people are coming in, more people are coming in. I'm seeing more surnames, more familiar surnames. I'm so happy to be here. I'm seeing some profile pictures again. I saw it the whole week. Thank you so much to all the parents that are coming in tonight for this conversation. Like I said, we're going to be starting at exactly 8. And so technically this is our official welcome. I'm so honored to meet with every single one here. Thank you for coming all the way. This is your weekend. This could have been a good time to sleep, prepare for tomorrow morning. Sunday mornings can be very interesting, but you've seen the value of being here. And so I'm really grateful. All right, I'm very grateful. I'm very honored to be here with every single one of you alongside my team. I'm so happy to be here with every single one of you alongside my team. So thank you so much. I understand there are people saying they can't find the email. They just need to search for their mails and just type Body Smart Girl meeting or something. And the meeting will be there, the email will be there. So if you have a friend, who is supposed to be here and they're having any difficulty, please direct them to check their mails. They can check spam. They can actually search for, if they search Body Smart Conference, it will bring them all in here. All right, welcome, 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 welcome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm seeing some names that I've seen from the very get-go of this journey of the Body Smart Girl, from people who are using the bundle, who send their princesses, who also send their princesses to the bootcamp. It's so beautiful to see all of you here tonight. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for coming out tonight. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. All right. So I would like to ask Ms. Opeyemi, do you want to take responsibility for admitting people into the room so that I can pay attention this way? All right. So I'm going to just start out sharing my slides and screen because I want us to have some form of a guided conversation today. Because I really want us to do this as quickly as possible so that we can get going and having a good night. I know I have said we want to do a 1 hour, 30 minutes thing, but truth is, if we can do this in 1 hour, I'll be very grateful. So I'm going to start sharing my screen in a moment so that we start. All right, more people are coming in. Miss Ope, please help me bring in people into the room. Thank you so very much. So in a moment. All right, all right, all right. So good evening, amazing parents. I would like for you to leave us a comment. Let us know in the comment section where you're joining in from. We had to mute the mic so that as people are coming in, the noise doesn't interrupt. Please leave us a comment. Let's know where you're joining in from. Please leave us a comment. Let's know the city in the world that you're joining us from. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let me check our chat. So we have Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, oh, Monrovia. We have Abuja, London. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Addis Ababa is here as well. I'm seeing London, I'm seeing Abuja, I'm seeing Abuja, Port Harcourt. Such an honor, Canada, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, Asaba. Fantastic, Lagos, Abuja. All right, this is amazing. This is beautiful. Kent, UK, Ibadan, Yola. Oh, this is amazing. Abakaliki, Abuja, Lagos. Exciting, exciting. Hey, Henrietta, this is amazing. Uyo, I'm just seeing amazing friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm seeing Kogi, Addis Ababa, Anambra, Lagos, Port Harcourt. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Lagos, Lagos, Lagos. Fantastic. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be meeting every single one of you. The meeting room is filling up very quickly. I'm so honored to meet the parents who trusted me with their princesses this week. It's such an honor, such an honor, such an honor for me. Oh Lord, this is amazing. Oh, look where everyone is coming from. Lagos, Abuja. Oh my God. Welcome, super parents. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So as you can imagine, it's been an interesting week, an intense week. I was telling one of my colleagues at work today that sometimes God gets you to do something without really knowing what it will take you, because if you knew what it will cost, you may rethink it. So we've had a marathon this week. As it's been amazing. I think I have spent at least 8 hours online every day, the whole of this week, except for yesterday and today. But it's been such a joyful thing to do. So I didn't know that kind of joy was possible. So I'm so honored that I was able to, God gave me the strength to get through this. And then I could now experience the joy that was ahead. So welcome everyone. So I can see where we're joining in from. Please, as you're joining in, please keep leaving us a comment so that we know where you're joining in from. All right, but I'm just going to get to it so that we use time well. So you're welcome to the first Body Smart Girl Parents Forum. This Body Smart Girl Parents Forum is supposed to be a meeting where we're able to talk with parents of girls one-on-one right after we've implemented a project or we've just finished doing something, working with the girls. It's supposed to be an opportunity for us to give feedback to parents based on our experience working on the field. Hear their questions, answer questions they may also have. For the purpose of using time properly, we're likely going to keep the mics mute throughout the session until towards the end. when we would be asking specific people who raise their hand or identify that they want to ask questions. We'll pick a number of people to answer their questions, get their feedback and all of that. So in the meantime, let's get started with today's conversation. So not everyone on the call right about now was a part of the Body Smart Girl conference, bootcamp, sorry. So I want to introduce myself formally, and there might be people who joined the bootcamp but don't know me per se. So I want to introduce myself formally. My name is Irene Bangwell. I'm a Raising Girls coach, and if you followed me for the shortest possible time, then you would know this hashtag that I identify with or that I created called the Raising 10/10 Girls. For me, it's about raising girls who are wholesome, raising girls to fulfill the purpose that God designed for their lives. So I run the raising-girls.ng handle on Instagram under a business platform called Parenting Champions with Irene Bangwell. So our company name is Parenting Champions with Irene Bangwell, and but our handle on Instagram is at raisinggirls.ng. We specialize with building the capacity of girls, specifically in the area of sex education, biblical sex education, yes. There are other resources out there that are more secular, but we are designing Bible-based sex education for girls. So based on this, we have a number of products and services. One, our signature or flagship product is a Body Smart Girl bundle, and from which we've been able to take the framework in the bundle to be able to host the bootcamp that just finished. Yes, so if you're just joining us and you didn't know about it, we had a bootcamp that started on Monday, August 16th, and finished about 45 minutes ago. So we had clusters of girls aged 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, and 15 plus. We met twice with each age group. And quite frankly, it's been a very amazing experience for us at the Raising Girls team. Yeah, we were able to work as a team, about 9 of us working from different parts of the world, mostly remotely together, but by God's grace, we're able to pull it through. And we give God all the praise. So what's going to be happening today is what's on the screen. I'm going to share some appreciation. I have special thank yous. I'm going to talk about some of the challenges that we experience. I'm going to talk about our successes as well. I'm going to talk about findings that we have made from the camp, 2, 3 of them. And then we're going to talk about top 5 things that parents that are raising girls today need to start paying attention to. And then after that, we share some of our thoughts about next steps, and then we'll do a Q&A. So yeah, we have someone here from Poland, from UAE, from Lagos, Abuja. You're all welcome. You're all welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's go to the very first thing I was talking about today, which is our appreciation. We're very honored today to be able to say that parents who, most of which have never met us, some people just started following us recently on social media and just believed what we were saying and just trusted us and sent us their princesses. We recognize that talking about sex or sex education as a whole can be a topic that makes people very uncomfortable. And just about everyone wants to be sure who is talking to their children, all right, and whose ears their children have. So my team and I don't take it for granted that we're trusted with this journey. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing just listening to your princesses share their thoughts, share their ideas, speak up in the way that they did this week. One thing I know is that the generation of girls coming will be far better than us. They'll be far better informed, better confident. They will know God in a way that we didn't know. And that's a beautiful thing. So I want to start by thanking our parents who trusted us and brought their children during this journey, during this program. Thank you for signing up. Some people paid for friends just so they could secure a space. Some people, I know of a family that live in Poland, but they were collecting links for a friend whose children live in Zambia. So they were calculating how many time zones just to make sure those girls were in the class. And I'm saying thank you tonight. I'm saying thank you to everyone who, when they saw how many timetables we have for different countries, it could have been overwhelming. So we want to thank you for your patience and going through with us. I also want to thank a special group of people. Some of them are on the call right now. My amazing team, from my executive assistant who was on this process, who served as the chaplain of the program. You may not have met her, your children may not have met her at all, but she was the engineer behind all of the resources that we were sharing. She was the one making sure that there were links and this and all of that. So I want to say a very special thank you to Otoye Iwang for doing an amazing work for us this week, and all our other chaperones, Mrs. Opeyemi, Miss Agnes Senami, Mrs. Kemi, we had Miss Wendu, we also had Miss Ruth, amazing young women with heart. I want to also thank our other volunteers who were partly in my home and partly remotely. I want to thank Miss Augusta Omoidahusa and Esther Moluku. They did amazing. They did amazing. It's because of them we had the boot camp. It's because of them we had the boot camp. Their hearts, their connection, their prayers. When we met to pray for these girls, it was something. And our chaperones have a heart connection to this work, which has made it pretty easy for us to get as far as we have come. I want to also thank very especially the princesses who came into the house, who came through the program, who listened to us, who took corrections, who shared their thoughts, who helped each other. It was beautiful to watch. I can assure you this, the future is so bright with our girls. And as we continue to do the work that God has called us to do, God will honor us. So we had a few challenges in the course of implementing this program. And I wanted to highlight it so that we can properly apologize to people whose children were caught in between some of the challenges that we had. All right, so number one, we had, this was the first time we were implementing a program of this magnitude using Zoom. So we were learning a lot of things on the go. For example, it's today that we learned how to make someone a co-host. Don't laugh. You know, I remember we started planning this program like a small social media joke. So a friend of mine asked me to take what I had done with Body Smart Girl Bundle and do a boot camp for girls and let girls come hear me directly talk about these things. And so I wasn't sure it was something parents would want, because I know how touchy sex education can be. So we put up a poster, a flyer, and asked parents, if you want, let's see, join a wait list. And the feedback was overwhelming. So we started out. So in all honesty, we learned on the job doing this, the technology aspect, not the content, of course, but the technology aspect. So we had some difficulty with navigating very properly with, for example, when we first came, we had to decide between hearing the girls talk and muting their mics all through. And so the first day, the first few sessions may have been rough, but we eventually learned how to master it. So if you followed us throughout the camp, you would know that it improved over time. For people who were concerned about their children's attention during this time, we apologize. We're learning on the job as well. We want to also apologize for the challenge that parents had with accessing their worksheet. We actually thought we were doing such a great thing to put all the worksheets in one single brochure so that the links would be clickable, but it wasn't mobile friendly, and we apologize for giving you resources that gave you such a hard time. So we've learned that subsequently we will just put the worksheets in the brochure. So what you would get will be like a brochure that has an instruction that says print this, print this, print this. And we'll just maintain sending Zoom links through, we'll send Zoom links to the groups, but the brochure will just have the worksheets directly. So when you get the brochure, it will have something like print page 456. So there will be no need to click and not click. Also, we didn't send in our brochures early enough. We apologize for that. Some of our classes were too large. One of the things that we are hoping we can do before next year's bootcamp is to probably build a website that is like an airline platform where parents can actually see the seats that are available. So we apologize for when our classes were a little overwhelming. We're going to do more. We also got specific feedback that some of our sessions needed more than 2 days. So for instance, we got the kids into one day and we probably took 2 topics a day. And a parent was saying some of the topics needed to be only that for one day. And I totally agree. And so we are gathering all our feedbacks. So here's what I'm trying to do by sharing these challenges and our experiences. I need you to know that we take your feedback very seriously, and we're really committed to serve the princesses in your home. So it means that when you're not satisfied with our service, it's very okay to call our attention to it and give us insight. But we don't want you to get anxious about it. We want you to trust that we will get to it. So for people who kept sending us feedback at the end of every day, if you observe very closely, there was improvement every single day. So we want to thank you so very much for your patience all the same. Thank you for eventually beating past the technical hitches we had at the beginning and then getting the value that was in the program. So we thank you so very much. So if you have forgiven us for the hiccups and the challenges, please leave us a comment and say, I forgive you people. We want to see. The chaperones are watching to be sure that we were actually forgiven at the end of the day. So let us know if we were forgiven at the end of the day, please. Let us know if you've forgiven us. There were times that you were saying that your child is in the waiting room for so long. We apologize. Hey, we got our first forgiven. Thank you, Miss Joy Kasem. Please forgive us for those challenges. They will not always happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for when the links, we were just, sometimes we're sending your Bible verses too late. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We promise you that your experience with us. Someone said we forgive you for also blocking us from the chat. It was getting too hot. Please forgive us. Thank you so much. Auntie Dema, good to see you. Thank you so much for your understanding. Yes, we had to, this was what was going on. When the chat rooms were open and everyone was complaining, it made us apprehensive. So for instance, sometimes we were live when the feedbacks were coming. And for us to do it well, do better, we needed to calm down and put our brain together. So thank you so very much. So it's time for us to share some of the successes that we experienced during the camp. There is no challenges without a success. So we're grateful that we're able to surmount some of the challenges we faced. Now, this is the sweetest thing that has ever happened to us. So on the screen, if you can see the screen, is some of the amazing feedbacks that we got from our girls. We got feedback from all the girls. We got feedback from all the ages. We got feedback so there were girls also telling us what they enjoyed the least about the bootcamp was the noise. These are particularly the girls that we started with, the day 1 and day 2 cluster. So we got a lot of, I can't figure out what I didn't enjoy. We also got a lot of, the girls in my group would not talk, which is something we expected because sometimes our girls are not very social and they feel a bit awkward about social situations. So on the link on the screen is, it was amazing. There was beauty. There was a lot going on. So the capacity of this meeting room is 100, but we've done something amazing. This live stream is also showing on our YouTube channel, Raising Girls with Irene Bangwell. So I'm going to post the link to the YouTube channel so that if anyone is struggling to come in right now, because it was going to be on first come, first serve basis, we're going to post the link to the YouTube so that people can watch it live on YouTube and still get as much value. It's not the same thing as being inside the Zoom, I know, but yet at least you can join. So we got a lot of reviews about this. I got a lot of voice notes. So I got a lot of voice notes. I got a lot of voice notes that made up for all the wahala. A particular feedback that really hit me was when a child said, what I enjoyed the most was that Mrs. Irene, very well, it was like she was right here with me. Now, for a child to feel that in a virtual meeting, it was as if you were sitting right there with her, I promise you that it was not, it is not anybody's knowledge, right? It's not gift, it's not intelligence that would make a child say it felt like you were close by. So we essentially felt God make it real to the girls, even though it was a virtual meeting. All right, it was amazing. All right, so I want to thank all the mothers who also sent us feedback. Now, this is where it gets more interesting. So there were many people who were saying, many girls who were asking, what about tomorrow? Can we see tomorrow? There were people asking, can we see tomorrow? There were girls, one girl said, will I see you tomorrow? And we said, no, you will not see us tomorrow because it's 2 days. We are grateful for the time we spent with you. So when we started getting that feedback from the 3 to 5, it was actually the 3 to 5-year-old class that started saying, can I see you tomorrow? We decided to start doing a poll in the second day, on the second day, to ask the girls if they wanted us to do this again. I'm not going to show all the polls that we took, but I'm just going to share some. These are not carefully chosen, it's just random to hear what some of the girls said. So in a particular class where we had 30 participants, of which at least 4 were chaperones or so, we asked if they wanted us to meet monthly. And we had up to 67% say they wanted a monthly meeting. And then we had 33% say they wanted a holiday. And nobody said they didn't want another meeting. So this happened, I think I must have repeated the poll. Then we have another poll of 43% where the girls are saying 74% said they want monthly, 23% said holidays only. And then we now have one child, of course, there has to be that one child that didn't connect or something. And I don't know what it was for the child. It could be the noise. It could be one of the things that made them uncomfortable. But we sure had a lot of girls wanting for us to do this again. And I'm hoping with the partnership of the parents in the room, we can achieve that. So here is Mio. This is Mio. You people don't know that I'm pretty like this. So a little princess drew this and sent it to me and said, this is Mrs. Irene, and that she put a crown on my head because I'm her favorite teacher. I mean, this is precious. I'm going to frame this. I had to show you. How many of you have been drawn like this? How many of you have been drawn like this? How many of you have been drawn like this? Please don't be jealous. Enjoy my picture for a while. Calm down, calm down. If she saw long hair, maybe it's spiritual. Don't worry, don't worry. If she drew long hair, maybe she's thinking about the next wig I'm going to buy. Please don't be jealous. Anyway, I want to say a special thank you to the mommy that sent me this picture. This picture literally melted my heart. And all the voice notes. I have a voice note of a baby talking about the bootcamp and that she hopes I have a wonderful day. I mean, it was beautiful to just hear those voice notes, and it was so rewarding. So thank you to all the parents who tried to send us feedback. It is now time for us to talk about some of the things we learned from the bootcamp. So the first thing that we learned from this bootcamp, and we learned this in a very interesting way, was that your girls are saying that they cannot talk to you because you overreact. And the most recurring feedback was about mothers. Anyway, it's a subconscious thing for them to always make it about mothers. But the most recurring feedback we got during this experience was that you overreact when they talk to you about personal stuff. And I know of one time I was working, not this group of girls, a group of girls I worked with one time said if they told their mothers that they had a crush, the mother would say, is that what I sent you to school to do? So today I want to give some education around stuff like this, but let's finish talking about overreaction. The second thing we discovered about the girls during the course of the bootcamp was that as parents, we don't realize that we are programming our girls for boys. So we asked the older kids, older girls, I won't tell you the age specifically. We asked them, what do you think God designed girls for? We asked them, what do you think God designed girls for? Thank you. You're laughing at my picture. Anyway, we asked them, what do you think God designed girls for? And the overwhelming feedback out of your girls was that God designed girls to be the companions of boys. I know every time I come on Instagram and I keep saying that you can't keep telling your daughters they were made for boys. They were made to be married. You can't make everything about marriage. It sends a wrong programming to them. It does something to them. So for instance, this morning I was at church. We had an event, a parents forum at church. And while I was talking with the older teenagers, these ones that are like in uni now, they are our graduates from our teens church. I asked one of the teenage girls in the house, I said, what is the most contemporary thing about sex now and amongst you? She said, well, while we're growing up, they told us that we keep our virginity for boys. Now boys don't care if we're virgins or not. And some of the boys want it now anyway, so it's no longer compelling. So you see why clean your room. One day you're going to be married. Won't you learn how to take care of your kids? It's not a good thing. It's programming them wrong. It's programming them wrong. I don't know if you're hearing me. It's programming them wrong. So I've taught your girls a different set of stuff, and I'll be glad if you can sustain it. I told them, which is the truth, that first and foremost, girls were designed by God to fulfill a purpose. Girls were designed by God to fulfill a purpose. They have gifts, they have talents, that things that God is counting on them to see. God designed your girls with, some of you have, I listened to some of your girls think. I listened to them talk. And I said, how can anyone tell a girl like this that her life is all about marriage? Life is in phases. Your princess is a gift of God to the earth. She has gifts, she has talent that the world needs to experience. And all the way up till she's even past 2021, the only priority should be in nurturing her gifts, nurturing her talent, pointing her to God as her source. God created you for a reason. So your first assignment for everybody when you hit this world is to build a relationship with your Father, your Heavenly Father, is to discover what He put inside of you. Thank you so much. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. Every other thing is added. That's what we're supposed to do. Our children, do you know that? I don't know. See, the first time that God met a woman is in Genesis 1:26. And the Trinity said, let us make man in our image. Let him have our likeness. And they talked and they talked and they talked. Then they said, and let them have dominion. So let me tell you, your daughter has a singular purpose on earth that is not connected to marriage or a man. Some of your daughters have ideas and gifts. They are going to build big businesses and corporations. They are going to find solutions. Do you understand? Some of your daughters are loaded. So she needs to clean. I took the time, if you followed any of their classes, personal hygiene was because their bodies will be sick. Their bodies is the temple of God. They are God's work of art. God wants them to treat their bodies well. Personal hygiene is not, your husband will say your mouth is smelling. No, cleaning her room is not about how she will care for her home. She as a person is deserving of a clean space to live in. Unfortunately, when we keep making it about boys, what we are telling her is that she doesn't count. She doesn't matter. So she's 12 years old. She's 13 years old. She's worried when she's going to find love. She's worried if she'll be married. She doesn't see her period. She's worried whether she'll be barren, because you've somehow reduced her entire value to what a boy says. Unfortunately, she doesn't know that husband is in the future. She's looking at the boy at Sunday school, at teens church. Is he the one? Is he the one? She's already playing with surnames matching because of this socialization. And something needs to change. From when they are young, they need to know God created you for a reason. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, which was part of what they were to read from 13 to 16, they are salt of the earth, they are light of the world. One of the biggest gifts we can give to our girls is for them to start a walk with God. If they start a walk with God, driven by purpose and start moving with God, it will fix their identity crisis. It will give them strength. They will experience the power of the Holy Spirit at work in them. But as long as we reduce the conversation to what our own parents told us, our kids will never. So now look at it. You've been making it all about boys. Now they have a crush. You're now saying, don't date, don't do this, don't do that. But on this overreaction thing, I will answer you later. I'm going to come to it later. So I've heard quite a lot this week. I've learned about quite a lot as well. Excuse me. In the course of doing this work, we learn every day. As we interact with the children, we're learning different peculiarities. So it's key that I emphasize this all about boys problem, that it is a real issue. And many of us mothers make a big mistake, and I'm going to share it in a moment. the submission message that you know that you used to marry is not for your daughter's consumption. There's a context for everything. So just because you want your daughter to see that God's structure in marriage is for women to be submissive to their husbands, sometimes you overemphasize it. Sometimes you say it too much. Sometimes it's all she hears. Unfortunately, she takes it to school to submit to another boy. She doesn't realize that husband is an office that is earned. And it's only when that office is earned that submission follows. So as we keep talking to our girls about what the Bible says and expectations about us, we must not fail to understand that our princesses need to hear that they are people first. I shared it with the 15-year-old class today, something ridiculous I read online yesterday or 2 days ago, where a woman said that her mother-in-law is sending her dirty clothes to wash. You know, when we sit back and think about where we are coming from, we realize that something is wrong with our own socialization. Number one, we have even been raised to think that it's a privilege for someone to marry you. So you want to honor them for marrying you. You don't realize that you're also a gift to the man. Bible calls you helper. Unfortunately, we also unconsciously pass down the victim mindset to our daughters. And overall, it affects their self-esteem. It affects how they seek for validation. And these are some of the things that need to change. So because of this overreaction thing, I want to share top 5 things everyone needs to learn about sex education, and I'm going to be done very quickly. So I know that the average parent in the world today has to grapple with the fact that they were not provided sex education. So sometimes you don't even know what you're doing that is affecting them the wrong way. I know growing up, I probably heard 2 sentences. My mom said, you don't have a safe period. Apparently, my mom had me at 19. So it was like, I was a child that came when she didn't know what was going on around her so much. So she just concluded, one day she just told me, you don't have a safe period. Oh, I thought I was in my safe period, and then this is you. But now I'm thinking back at it, she was in a safe period, but I hear the sperm, the female sperm takes time. So I probably strolled until after the safe period was over. So, but that was the only answer. You're laughing. That was the only sex education that I got. And then I got the if a man touches you kind of thing. But our girls need more than that. But here's the first thing I want to tell you is that you can learn how to offer sex education. First and foremost, sex education is what it is. You're not exaggerating. You're not making up story. You're telling your girls as it is. You're telling them what they need. Yes, you're telling them what they need per time. Your daughter asks you, where do babies come from? How do you tell her they come from God? They come from God, but what is the mechanism? Because your girl is trying to make sense of the world. So dismissing her, apparently you scrolled, yes, I scrolled quite a distance, yeah. So your girls want the real answer because there's curiosity when they are young. They want the real answer. You're thinking there's the children's answer. There is the age-appropriate answer, but it's still the real answer. Your body is going to change. This is going to happen. That is going to happen at different ages. And these things are learnable. If you're following me on social media, on Instagram, raising-girls.ng, you know that you'll be getting resource. And if you send me a question in my DM, I can make a post and I can explain. So these things are learnable. But the first thing I want to address, which is one thing I need you to know, is that it is learnable and you need to drop the apprehension. You will not spoil your children. Your children need information to make informed decisions. And so in providing sex education, you're providing the information that they need to make informed decisions. Number 2, your girls really need this education. Did you know that many teenage girls think that when you have sex once, you can't get pregnant? How old is your daughter? Somebody said their daughter told me I didn't tell them where babies came from. How old is she? I even told them how they have mucus plug when they want to give birth. Because they wanted to know what happens. How does a woman know that she's about to give birth? I say for some people, their water breaks, and some people, they have mucus plug. I told them I had mucus plug. They shouldn't always go on Google because these days we don't know what is on Google anymore. So we need to give them those answers. So tell her that she shouldn't worry. I'll come and I'll narrate it. I told them how it happens. I told them how the cervix dilates, the uterus opens. And at what age do we go this far? That's 9 years old. It's 9 years old it's 9 years old we experience the cervix, but the mucus plug is 12 to 14, the older girls. All right. So your girls need these things. Your girls need resources. You need to normalize sex education conversation. The same way you normalize, have you done your chores? Have you eaten food? We need to normalize it like that. Okay. Oh, thank God, somebody has redeemed me. Oh. Yes, we heard it because I have to tell them, we don't do hide and seek in this thing. All right. So your girls need it. Your girls need it because anybody that knows more than they do is their influencer. So for the 7-year-old, Auntie Ngupe, the 7-year-olds, we tell them where the babies come from. We tell them that there's sperm in a man's body and egg in a woman's body, right? And that when they come together, they make a baby. I will shock you. One of the children in that class asked me, how do they mix? I told them that, well, how they mix is when you turn 9. Come next year. When you turn 9, I will explain to you how they mix. Because I think that 7 to 8-year-olds don't need this. They don't, 6 to 8 don't need to know the mixing. Let them not go to school and say, come, let's try to mix sperm and egg here. They don't need it when they're 6 to 8 because they're very curious. The third thing I need you to know is that changes in your daughter's body is natural. Somebody said mixology. Changes in your child's body is natural. So I hear mothers asking their girls, who told you to have a crush? Is that what you want to do? Crushes are natural. If a child doesn't feel a crush, we have a problem. Crushes come when the brain has kicked off the puberty emotion. So children experience changes in their physical body and in their emotions. But I'm listening to parents that are asking me, are telling their children that, why are you having a crush? And I want to ask her, did you not have a crush? Let us know where the problem is. Let us know if puberty did not happen full for you. Because if you were a baby, then you became a preteen, you had a crush. Even if you didn't know anything, you will know that you had a crush. But sometimes parents miss it. In the name of trying to be friends with our girls, we sit down and gist about the crush. Tell me about him. How does he talk? How does he do this? How does he do that? When you start asking questions like that, you fuel it. Hey, your daughter has cracked you. That your daughter has cracked you. Somebody said her daughter is 12 years old and she says she doesn't have a crush. Maybe it will come soon. It will come soon. Don't be anxious. You know, this puberty thing is different for different children. Some start earlier, some start later. Some of us mothers project our anxiety on the girls. So maybe you have a 13-year-old, she hasn't started seeing her period yet. You say, she has not yet started. Or you were talking to your sister on phone, talking to your friend. So all of those things start affecting her own self-esteem, making her think that something is wrong. All right. So these things are natural changes. Some of you have girls that are a bit curvy. They are 12 and they've grown hips, and 13, they've grown hips and all of that. And you start to tell them it's because they are spoiled. It's because they're doing something wrong. And that really blows my mind because puberty comes with physical body changes. And now you're telling your daughter that she's experiencing changes because she's spoiled or because she's having sex. I don't know where this information is coming from, but that information is not correct. That information is not correct at all. So I want to share with you some things that are very critical. Number one, you need to let your daughter know that puberty will happen to everyone differently at different times. It's a source of anxiety for them. Number two is going to come with physical changes. Number three, puberty is not a time to compare development. If you were a teenager, you know that we compare development, breast and stuff. And after a while, if one girl doesn't grow as fast as the other, she craves the attention of boys extra. Okay, somebody has a 9-year-old already growing curves. So DNA affects a number of these things. So it's natural. It's not because they're spoiled. And I want to say this, even if something happened to your baby when she was younger, maybe she was a preteen, you got to know that she kissed a boy, she did something irresponsible. When she starts to develop, it doesn't mean that she has still continued in the mistake she made. One of the things that your girl said to me was that when they talk to you, you bring back what they did in the past. You shame them with it. And so it just becomes a turn off. So they don't want to talk to you anymore. And that is something you need to make adjustments in. See, the moment that your child opened her mouth and told you something they did wrong, to an extent, they've taken the power from you to use it on them. Because for them to tell you they did wrong, they've already taken responsibility for it. There's no need for us to do any drama. So let's say your child said, Mommy, I went to school and I picked something that didn't belong to me. It does not mean that the next time something is missing in the room, you send for them. The fact that they came and told you means that to a large extent, they've taken responsibility. You don't want to push them away. Puberty is a time to bring them close. I want to tell parents that are raising 9 to 11-year-olds that you are at the brink of something amazing and you can make or mar it. There is a diminishing returns in children's relationship with parents. 6 to 8, they talk to parents about almost everything. They get 9 to 11, they still talk, but the numbers have started declining. Friends have started replacing parents. By 12 to 14, they're no longer talking like that. So what you do with that early, so for instance, if you start doing sex education and they're 9 to 11, and you spend some time talking a lot with them while they're turning into those early teen years, you've positioned to be their companion throughout teen years. You've positioned. I told a girl to come, I told one of the girls to come and tell you that they have a crush. They said there's going to be wahala. I said, so go and ask your mother if she had a crush. Let me see if she will not answer. Because the moment you answer, you've also given them permission to talk about theirs. I said, go and ask your mother if she had a crush. That brings me to the 15th, which is that you all need to be vulnerable. Your girls want to know that this thing happening to them is happened to you. And to a large extent, parents will present a perfect front. So when things happen to your child, they think something is wrong with them. When they like a boy, they think something is wrong because you presented a perfect front. And so you need to tell them. And I was pretty vulnerable with some of your girls. I was vulnerable with them because I know when you're vulnerable with them and you're not talking like I'm adult, it makes them open up to you. So that brings me to the very next thing, which is that, so what are our next steps? What are our next steps? So here, look at, let me adjust my screen just a little bit. What should the strategy be? Number one, parents need to learn. Yes, we have to be vulnerable. Yeah, I made this mistake. I'm not saying you should go and tell them you had 46 abortions. No, I'm just exaggerating. There are things you shouldn't tell them like that. And some of us also make one mistake. When we are telling them about what we've done in the past, we don't want to be embarrassed. We don't want to sound like we regret. Say, I did this, I regret, but your body language says, don't come. As in, you don't have a remorseful body language. So in that kind of case, you leave it. So one of the things the Holy Spirit taught me is that when you're talking to your children about your mistakes in the past, you have to allow yourself to be crucified so that Christ is seen. Your past is not your children's standard. So you have to crucify yourself so that Christ is seen. So some of you, you dated someone, you had sex with them, and you got married. You don't know when you start passing the theology that, my sister, you don't know when you start teaching your older daughters that as long as you get married. Unfortunately, your story is not a perfect standard. So why do you point them to that? I always tell parents that even if you were not a virgin when you married, give your children the opportunity. You're sitting in this Zoom meeting, you're learning gradually what to do to support your girls. So you're going to be able to support them in the way that you were not supported. You're going to support your girls in a way you were not supported. So how do you crucify yourself? So for instance, if you had sex before marriage and you're talking to your much older girls and they ask you, you need to be able to say that it's something you did that you shouldn't have done because it doesn't honor God. Don't make your own testimony the standard. Don't say, well, we had sex, but thank God we married. Thank God we married. God, you keep your purity to honor him. Now, if you had made that mistake, no problem. Face what God is doing with you, but give your children the opportunity to find God for themselves and pursue purity as well. Don't say because it didn't work for you, it will not work for your children. What God has taught me is that I must always tell my children that I made a mistake. My life is not the standard, and the standard that God has presented is possible. So what should the strategy be? Number one, parents need to learn. You need to start learning more and more. Number two, you need to expose your daughters to resources. Number three, you need to expose your daughters to learning experiences consistently. consistent learning experiences that normalize this conversation. Yeah, let them know it is something you did, but you're not proud of. Exactly, Mrs. Ijoma, you've captured it perfectly. Don't come and be, don't be rebellious about your mistakes. God has forgiven you, move on. But point your children to the standard. I'm very sure that there's no mother in this live stream that is considering putting her daughter on a family planning. So because body smart parents don't do that. If you're worried that your daughter may be making the wrong decisions, all you need to do is send me a DM and we'll work out something for both of you and your daughter. So we must always equip them. We will not look for shortcuts. We will not give them shortcuts that destroy them. So the strategy should be open to learning, be open to using resources that enable your girls get quality information and enable them to experiences. Now, having said this, what are we recommending as an organization? All right. So first and foremost, we want you parents to start taking courses on sex education. All right. So is this the first thing? I think I'm too excited. So first and foremost, we want to start a Body Smart Girl monthly club. So we've agreed because it was overwhelming that we want to meet monthly. So we want to start a monthly club. And this monthly club is going to start in October. It's going to start in October. The monthly club is going to be 5,000 naira for one girl, but 10,000 naira for a family of 3 girls. And there's something we learned from the bootcamp, which was that our class sizes were pretty big. So we are limiting the class sizes. For instance, for 3 to 5-year-olds, we're only going to take 15 girls. For 6 to 8-year-olds, we're going to take only 15 girls. For 9 to 11, 12 to 14, we're going to, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, and 15 plus, we're going to take only 25 girls. So it's a first come, first serve thing, but it's going to be starting in October. But people are free to start making reservations now for it. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information. So if it is not clear to you at any point, all you need to do is send us a WhatsApp or go on our Instagram handle and DM the product type that you're interested in. So we have the Body Smart Girls Monthly Club, where we want to talk God. We want to talk their dreams and their talent. We want to talk sex education. And then we want to talk self-esteem. So it's not going to be so we are going to come because I realized that the foundation for sex education is relationship with God. That's why throughout the bootcamp, you had Bible study to do with your girls, because the more girls put their eyes in the word of God, the more they find themselves. So these are some of the things that we are thinking about. Okay, we've started getting reservations already. Okay, that's nice. So, but we're taking again 15 girls for 3 to 5, 15 girls for 6 to 8, 25 girls 9 to 11, 12 to 9 to 11, 12 to 14, 15 plus. And we're allowing you come in with family. That means if you have 3 daughters, you get to pay for only 2 of them. So if you pay for an annual subscription, the annual subscription is 50,000 for a single girl. There are some benefits you get to have, and one of it is coming in the next slide that I'm going to be sharing. So annual subscription per girl is 50,000. That means you're saving 10,000 when you pay at once for 1 year, and you're saving 20,000 when you pay at once for 1 year for a family of 3 girls. So remember, the club is starting in October. So everyone has between now and October. But here's what we want to do with this one. As people reserve and make payment, we're going to be putting status of spaces left. We don't want to overcrowd the class. But then we also got feedback about our girls in boarding. So for the girls in boarding, we're going to be doing holiday programs, right? Now, what will the holiday programs look like? Girls in monthly will be exempted from holiday programs. Girls in the monthly will not join holiday programs. So holiday programs will be exclusively for girls in boarding. So what it is like what we do for the 3 months that they're away, we do it for them in the holiday, but we'll keep you posted how it will go. So there's limited space. We're taking only 1 cohort. It's possible that in the first quarter next year, we may add another cohort, but the cohort we're starting with is 1 cohort. The meeting is going to be the 3rd week of the month. All classes hold once in the evening so that we take the time. So for instance, on a Monday, we can do 3 to 5 years old, 5 to 6:30, for example. Tuesday, 6 to 8. No, 5 to 6 is 1 hour for 3 to 5 and 6 to 8. 1 hour, 30 minutes for 9 to 11. 2 hours for 12 to 14 and 15 plus. Interestingly, we just finished the meeting with the 15 plus, and of the 18 girls or the 16 girls online, only one declined for a monthly meeting. That's it. That's a very overwhelming feedback. So this is the first thing we are offering to parents. It's based on first come, first serve. And so let me go to the next thing we are offering you. Now, parents who pay for the annual of this program, parents who pay for the annual of this program, pay for annual subscription, will get 50% off discount when we're doing Body Smart Bootcamp next August. So that's one of the benefits we're giving you. My phone is full. My phone is full. So the second thing we're offering is we're starting a course. Now, for some people, their babies are younger. So we want to offer you a course, a parenting course called Sex Conversation Starter Course. It's going to be launching on September 1st. And so we're giving it 50% off. Not really 50% off, but man, you're paying 5K off. So, but you get to have lifetime access to this course. And we're going to be hosting it on Seller. So you have lifetime access on this course. So you will be able to go back to these courses at different points. What are you going to learn in this course? You're going to learn what sex education is, how and when to start sex education. This how and when to start sex education is pretty big because there's a part of it where I spend time teaching about what if you didn't start early? Where do you start from? Then I'm going to teach you on age by age sex education. You have tasks at the end of each class so that you actually put it to work. I'll teach you how to respond to questions that throw you off. And then we're going to talk about managing complexities like porn, masturbation, and LGBTQ. Of course, we had a lot of conversations about LGBTQ and same-sex attraction conversations in the house. It is a conversation that God expects us to have. And I trust God that we made an impact. So this course is on pre-order. It's launching on September 1st. So parents can pay 50% off if they pay between now and September 1st. They pay 5,500 instead of 10,500. But if you pay for 1 year subscription into the Body Smart Girl Club, you get this course for free. You get it complimentary. So people who pay full for annual get this complimentary. And then finally, our golden girl is here. So there are many parents on the stream who are already using the Body Smart Girl bundle. And when their daughters came to camp, it was obvious. They had the way they talked about certain things. And I don't know why many parents are not using this bundle. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. Many parents are just getting to know about this bundle. But I know that at least 200 and something, 200, maybe 240 families are already using this bundle. So that is a milestone for us. So if you're out there and you want to know what this bundle is about, I'm going to demonstrate here a little because I think I have it here. So I'm going to stop sharing for now and then I'm going to come back. So there are many parents that have been asking me what this Body Smart Girl bundle is all about. I just want to do a small demonstration, all right, about it. So I wrote a book called How to Talk with Your Girls About Sex. This book is the bomb. The reason it is the bomb is because it shows you how to set your home environment first to be able to offer sex education. If you have a home, for instance, where the nanny can blackmail your daughter, abuse is easy to happen. So if a nanny can blackmail your daughter and say, if I tell mommy, if you don't want me to tell mommy, it opens a window for a lot. So I talk about how we can discipline in a way that the home is enabling for sex education. But then I also talk about 17 skills all girls should have. One of it is emotional discipline. And we cultivate it from when they are young. Emotional discipline before puberty hits, because puberty is something else. But if they've exercised their discipline muscles, it's easier for them. So I wrote this book for parents. So it's like the sex education Bible, the Body Smart Girl Sex Education Bible. So parents should read this. But then I also went further to do books for different ages. This Body Smart Girl do book for 3 to 5, for 6 to 8, for 9 to 11, for 12 to 14, and for 15 plus. But we didn't end there. We know that you can read a book, your daughters can read a book, but you will still not talk. So each age, each doodle book for different ages comes with a pack of flashcards so that you and your daughter can actually sit down and talk. And if you have a husband who is unwilling to have a conversation, does not know where to start from, that's where the what if conversation cards come in, because you can give him the cards and tell him, oh yeah, get started. They have question cards. The girls ask a question from the cards. Parents have a hint how to answer, and the conversation line is being opened in the process. Now, this Body Smart Girl bundle, we have it for 3 to 5 year olds. 3 to 5 year old bundle is 7,500 naira. Unfortunately, we don't have discount on age by age packages tonight. So 7,500 for 3 to 5 year olds, 11,500 for 6 to 8 year olds, 15,000 for 9 to 11 year olds. So I always recommend to parents that have 9 year olds to buy the whole bundle. Now, this bundle is best used if girls use one set per person so that they can journal inside the books, they can write. However, I understand how the economy is. So it means that parents can buy a journal for their daughters. As they're reading the book, they can be writing their thoughts. That means girls can actually share the bundle. It's not the ideal, but they can share it. Now, for the purpose of tonight, which is something I hardly ever do. So before I tell you what I'm offering, okay, I've already put it now. I'm offering a 1,000 naira discount off the cost of this product. It will last for only 48 hours. So it's going for 17,500 naira. But here's the thing, it doesn't include shipping. If you live in Abuja, you can pick up your bundle. You can have it shipped to you between 1,000 and 1,500. But for people who live outside Abuja, it's 3,500. And for our friends who live abroad, we have some friends who've shipped this bundle to Poland, to the US, to the UK, Oman, Dubai. Their cost is crazy. So we have a goal to put the Body Smart Girl bundle on Amazon. We've started the process. That means you're going to be able to sit in your house, order it, and it comes into your home. So, but just give us a few weeks to finalize the details and we'll tell you. The reason why we've not uploaded them as individual books on Amazon, How to Talk with Your Girls About Sex as a book alone is already on Amazon. But the reason why the books for the girls is not on Amazon is because it goes with the box of flashcards. So we want to make sure that every time the bundle is bought as a whole. So that one is going to be coming soon, all right? So we are making this offer. Now, I've said three things today. I've talked about the bundle, 17,500. I've talked about the cost, 5,500. I've talked about annual subscription into the clubs per girl and 100,000 for group of 3 girls. I've talked about that. This is the bank detail, but I've said a lot of things already tonight. So what I want to do instead is to ask you that if you need to get this information to you directly, just go on Instagram right about now. Our handle is raisinggirls.ng. Raisinggirls.ng. Send a DM. But this is what we want to see in the DM. Only one word. If you want the club, write club. If you want bundle, write bundle. We want it to be easy for you to do this, or course. You can send this as a WhatsApp or you can send as a WhatsApp to the number on the screen, or you can send it as a DM to Raising Girls. Just send it to us and we'll be able to answer your questions. So first we have a 48-hour offer, 1K of our bundle. So it's 48 hours, that means it expires on Monday midnight. So you can take that. We have a course offer, that one expires September 1st. And then we have the annual subscription, which actually kicks off in October. But because it's based on a first come, first serve basis, it's possible that by the time we are done with this live stream, all the slots have been taken. But we'll be keeping you posted where we have spaces, where we still have spaces. So we'll make sure we do that. So this is the part where I start answering questions. So I'm going to stop sharing now. Or, okay, let me not stop sharing in case people need more information here. Let me go to the comment section. Okay, somebody wants to know when, please, where is the YouTube link? All right, the YouTube link, I think I've posted it. Yes, the whole bundle comprises of all the pages. Okay, yes, you can pay monthly for the club. The monthly for the club is 5,000 naira per month, or 10,000 naira for 3 girls. That's what I said. You can pay monthly. You can pay monthly, yeah? The monthly club, somebody's asking when will it hold? And we want to hold it in the evening. So it will be like midday for you, most likely. Oh, Auntie Joy is saying, I have 2 girls, any discount? So now for boarding student, hold on. Just before the holidays, we'll make an announcement for boarding students so that we can plan for them. Again, we are going to maintain the class size. So girls who are doing monthly will not be a part of the boarding. So the girls doing boarding will be getting, yes, the club is just once per month. You know, they're already going to school. It's 1 day per month, yeah. But then it's, you can pay for monthly. You have 2 girls, any discount. For now, we're doing 3 girls. Call your sister and tell her to team up with you. How do we pay for boarding students? I will announce just around the time boarding is happening. Hey, yeah, some people have started paying already. Thank you. Thank you for the faith. We won't let you down. As you're paying for the club, we are going to, okay, so let me see. All right, so I'm saying, okay, someone is trying to, okay, invite me to speak. If you want to invite me to speak somewhere, all you need to do is get into my DM, raisinggirls.ng. And when you get in there, just send me your request. Thank you so much, ma'am. So send me your request and we're going to work out my itinerary if it works around there. So there will be no event in September because it's time for me to breathe. Where's the YouTube link? So if you come to the Telegram group, I've posted the YouTube link of this live stream so you can share with friends and family. All right. I have 1 girl, but can I adopt 2 more? Yes, you know that you can actually team up with your sister's daughters. That's my priority. Get more girls. Is the 5K monthly? Yes, it is monthly. So now if it is monthly, but if you paid for 12 times in a year, it will be 60K. So we are giving you a discount if you pay at once. If you pay at once, the 50K takes your daughter for 12 months, all right? And then when it's time for us to do the summer experience, which is like a 2-3 day experience, or thinking about doing 3 days next year, so there's a lot more value. People who are on the 1 year get to pay 50% of the registration fee. So the kids in the boarding is their priority. We're doing holiday programs for them when they come in. The kids in boarding will organize holiday programs for them. So for instance, we're going to have a meeting the first week, either the first or second week in December, because we want them to get learning before you people start traveling. All right. So your girl is 15 plus. What bundle do you get for the body smarts? Yes. So here's the thing. No matter how old your daughter is, she needs to start from the foundation. Because for instance, did you know that the journals you're using throughout this program is from the 6 to 8-year-old bundle? So Bible study and learning how to read the Bible and find yourself in the Bible is in the 6 to 8-year-old bundle. So for us, no matter how old your daughter is, she has to start reading from 3 to 5, especially when the faith foundation around sex education was not properly built. So that's how we sell. So what happens when you have a girl on boarding and others at home? I've not thought about it yet, Auntie Gladys. Send me a WhatsApp, let's conclude. How do you get the discount for 3 girls? So I've not yet thought about this. So how do you disseminate information about upcoming events, emails, WhatsApp? So number 1, if you signed up to join this live class now, if you signed up for the Zoom registration, then we have your email. We have a general mailing list, even though I don't know whether it's our email service provider. Many people say they didn't get our mails, which we also apologize for that. So we're thinking about going to another platform. Yes, the classes are once a month. You know, the girls are already in school, so it's 1 day a month. The 3rd week of the month, we have a 1-hour, 2-hour meeting and we just talk. Yes, we have Telegram. Yes, we have a Telegram group. Oh, we have a Telegram group, people. Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Ogechi. Thank you so much. So let me see, am I missing any? My son feels left out. Do you have something for boys? So Auntie Norma, I like it that you asked this question. I was even telling some of my chaperons that my heart really broke this week because I kept asking, while we're doing this, where are boys? But the truth of the matter is that there is need for us to specialize. For instance, in working with girls about sex education, it's not instruction alone. There's self-esteem, there's self-perception, there are limiting beliefs, there are stereotypes standing in their way. If we did all this, if we did a bit too general, we will not be able to narrow into the girl. We'll just be saying, keep yourself purity, of which we all had, and we still made mistakes. So the reason we specialize is so that we can cater for the girls. However, I am talking to two people that I know to design something for boys, and one of them is my husband. My husband moves, there's a way he is. He wants to do research. He's a very systemic person. So as I was talking to him, I was talking to another of my friends. Both of them are similar. But right now, there is someone doing something for boys, and his handle is called at Ebuka Boys Coach. He's faith-based. He's mentoring boys, and he's passionate about it. He too is specializing. So, excuse me, I've seen him advertise program on porn and boys, masturbation and boys, this kind of stuff. So look for him on Instagram at Ebuka_boys coach. At Ebuka_boys coach. So he's doing incredible stuff. And all you need to do is even ask around. I know of another woman on Instagram that runs a handle called Raising Sunshines. So look for them also as well and plug in. Look for them and plug in. I look forward to a time where we can collaborate, right? I look forward to collaborating with people where we design a framework, and why boys are here, girls are here. I look forward to that time. And if you're on the live stream as well, no, it will not be combined. No. So we'll still do 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14. Please, the monthly sessions have to be structured to take care of children that get home from school by 4 p.m. and beyond. So the meetings is for evening. The meeting is for evening. It's late evening, actually. Yes to collaboration. Yes, so we want to collaborate with people where that is their specialization. So can you imagine next year us doing body smart kids bootcamp? So when you register, we split. The boys go for their own, the girls go. So I'm going to work towards this. I'm going to work towards this. The collaboration is all the way, yeah. Ebuka Boys Coach, thank you so much. Ebuka is solid, though. Ebuka is solid. Ebuka is solid, though. And he's doing this thing, he's doing it the God way. So he's not just talking on the surface. So yes, the sessions are going to be in the evening. So we're going to do collaborations. Yeah. So thank you. Okay, no, Auntie, how can you say this is for only people in Nigeria? So my international people, send me WhatsApp, let's talk. If the timing for the international doesn't work, I assure you, if you give me a people, we can create a cohort for you if you give us a handful of people. So for instance, the reason why we're trying to say only one class is because we saw that we're a bit overstretched. So you would see that there are things that we really explained in one class, we didn't explain in another. But thank God that when we are sending out replays, all children who were in 9 to 11, whether they were in cohort A or B, they will get the full replay so that they can catch up. We want to give quality. So if my international people, maybe I'm going to create a WhatsApp group for us to chat, all our international audiences, especially those in the Eastern Standard Time. If we get it a handful, we can create a second cohort for just you guys, because I want to serve you guys, because I feel like where you guys are is very peculiar. It cannot be for only people in Nigeria. For what? Auntie say, you that shipped bundle to where you were. How can I not carry you along? What kind of plan is that? So I care for every single princess that I have met this week. All right. So I'm saying, okay. All right. My kids missed to this. Everybody's getting the recording. Everyone is getting the recording. All girls are getting the recording, right? All girls are getting the recording. We're going to be taking a little break in September so that we can sit through and plan a lot of things. After we launch the course in September, on the 1st of September, we may be quiet on social media for 2 weeks. Don't worry. We're trying to put things in place so that we can serve your princesses appropriately. So we want to go and redesign. We learned a lot on this camp. A mother called us yesterday and said that the friendship circle, I don't know how many parents heard about our friendship circle session, teaching girls how to make friends. Yes, ma'am. I don't know how many people listened to our friendship course. Many parents said, you mentioned the few slots. So what happens if a lot of girls need to register for the holiday session? So in our estimation, we don't think there's a way we are planning it, but we want to still maintain our class sizes, even if we have 2 cohorts. So even if we have 2 cohorts, we want to still maintain our class sizes now. Okay, so Ms. Delapo is okay, you were there in and out. So our friendship circle class was one of our life-changing sessions, but we know that we've not finished. What happened in this bootcamp we introduced. Normally, of the 34 topics that children learned in their class, we were supposed to be one a day, then we hear them. Yes, many people said they love the friendship circle exercise. So, but now we finished telling them what to do. We need to hear the peculiarities. What do they do when they need to cut off from a friend? How do they manage if they are the mother of that friend and their mother are friends, but they need to disconnect? How do they do it without it being awkward, right? How do they do it if that friend knows a secret and can blackmail them for it? You get the idea? So we're going to do more. We couldn't do it for the 15 plus class because today we had a heart-to-heart conversation with them. So let me share what we concluded with your 15 plus year olds, which it would be good for you to drive. So for me, for the 15 plus, everyone will get an email with all the recordings. We'll actually put them also in the WhatsApp group. So for, no, friendship circle starts to apply for, it starts to apply for 9 to 11-year-olds, yes. So in the 15-year-old class, we did a pitch for them today, and I want you to listen carefully to the pitch. As I'm saying the pitch, it will be good for you to type it so that I'll know that you're hearing me. So we pitched to your 15 plus year olds to not date until they're 21, because the changes that are happening in their brain during puberty continues all the way until they're 21. So they're most likely to make wrong decisions about boys. So we told them to wait until they're 21. We told them to draw up a dating rule book, and that applies even if they are 15. The dating rule book is about them identifying what qualities that they will look out for in boys. What qualities are important? What qualities are rock solid? Because girls always feel like he said this thing to me, and they always learn about the boys last. So we said they should wait till they're 21, and we told them to draw up their dating rule book. Now, for mothers using the bundle, this is not strange to you because you already know that it's in your bundle. So that to draw up a dating rule book, and then that to come and discuss that dating rule book with their mothers. Many of them believe that they can't discuss with their mothers because the mother will say, is that your problem? I'm trying to help you. We're trying to rechannel the energy and the need to date. We want to channel it somewhere, which is that they should develop a dating rule book and they should come and meet you and talk about it. I've told them that while they're developing the dating rule book, they need to ask the Holy Spirit for qualities that matter. But then they need to come and discuss with you, mothers, what qualities matter now for you looking back. Now you're married, now you have them. If you had to do this all over, what qualities would you not do without? So you're supposed to tell them, and they're supposed to add it to that dating rule book. The next step is that as they go on with life, anytime they feel the urge to remove a quality on their dating rule book, they should come back and discuss with you. Because girls can be fickle. They can meet a boy. I use the example where one moment they say they want a boy that is God-fearing and talks about God. And the next moment they meet a guy that is so cool, and the guy says, well, I'm not the religious kind of person. And because you're raising children in a generation that is woke, they cannot say, well, maybe being a God-fearing person is not such a thing, and they want to take it out of their list. We've told them that to take it out of their list, they should come and tell you, they should come and discuss with you, so that you would know whether what they're about to take out is the primary things that really matter. We've told them that all of these things they're doing, they're waiting till they're 21. And then after they're 21, when they meet a guy, for them to go on a date with a guy, this is what they are looking at. These are the qualities they are going to look at, whether the person qualified. But most importantly, I told them to treat themselves like queens. If a boy wants to take you out on a date, ask him to tell his mom to call your mom. We are not old school generation that say, you have not yet reached, you people want to marry. When you make it that your children should tell you about relationships only when they're going to marry, they're going to marry wrong. Because you should be a part of their life from the get-go. Not that you'll be in the relationship, but you will see the patterns from the get-go. So I told them to treat themselves like queens, that if the boy can tell his mom to call your mom, then it means he has parental authority over him. Now, if the mom calls your mom, then it means you're a queen. And even if something comes out at the end of that relationship, his mother will not send you clothes to wash, because they know what it took for them to take you out on a date. And I need these girls to grow up with the mindset that they're deserving of that process. Many girls will say, isn't that long protocol? They are deserving of that process. So now the question is, will they be able to discuss their dating rule book with you? If you had a daughter in the 15 plus class, I need you to look her in the face with her and say, baby girl, I'm ready. I'm going to discuss the dating rule book with you. I need you to forget about their history. So some of them have met me and said, I've asked, what if I have a boyfriend already? What do I do? So this is what I told them. I said, number one, ask yourself, what did you like about him? Is it something that is superficial or is something that is superficial? Now, if it is something superficial, then you already know now we are going to get into trouble. Number two, is the boy less than 21? If he's less than 21, both of you don't know what you're doing, so you can hurt yourself. So there's no point. I now ask them, if he's more than 21 and you are less than 18, then he's a pedophile. He's someone you shouldn't have anything to do with. Now, if he's less than 18 and you're less than 18, you're babies, you don't need each other. So did you see? I'm not going to judge them and say, do this, do that. So I told them, so withdraw, retreat back, and start building your dating rule book. But I need mothers to be available to have that conversation with the girls in the 15 plus class. Interestingly, no, we didn't do that. It's something we should, right? It's something we thought about doing, but we just got in with the assumption. We talked from all the Christ point of view, but I guess we should do that in our next meeting. We should do that because I know some of them reached that place of remorse because of the questions we saw in the thread. They're asking about, okay, what if someone has an addiction? What do we do? So they've gotten to that place, but we didn't do that, but we need to do that. Yes, fantastic. So I think we need to do that. We would do that. We would incorporate that. Thank you so much for reminding us. I'm sure some of the chaperones will be saying, yes, we had said we would do that, but we didn't. So that's part of one of our fallbacks, but we'll do it again. We'll do it in subsequent meetings. Probably it should be a culture that as we're wrapping up everybody smart girl meeting, we bring that up. So it was a great meeting. And if you had a 15-year-old in that room, you need her to know that she can talk to you. You need her to know that she can talk to you. So I'm going to be looking, do I have any more questions? So I said 9:30, we don't talk, we don't enter 9:21. I need to be wrapping this up very quickly. So let me see the questions that we have. So remember what I said, whatever it is that you want, all you need to do is send a WhatsApp to this number. Yes, I can see I have a number of WhatsApp already. Send a number to this WhatsApp. Send a number to this WhatsApp line, 090-3333-8510. Ask for either the club, the bundle, or the course. Can we drop a dating rule book from age 11 to 12? It will interest you to know that it is possible for you to do that, because if you do that, I didn't think about it now, but looking at it, if they know it at the onset of puberty, it will even help better. In fact, there's an activity that is in the doodle book for the 15 plus year olds about dreaming. I asked your girls to go and do dreaming sessions about what they want their life as single women to look like, because I really want them to see themselves as, I'm a person before I'm a wife. And the exercises were amazing. But it will shock you to know that their worksheet, my 10-year-old, yes. All right, so I'm going to post the number here. I'm going to post, oh, thank you so much, Auntie Atom, for bringing that up. So this is this is the WhatsApp number. Please, this is the WhatsApp number. Just send it to me and I will give you all the information you need. Yes, I have quite a number of people coming from Lagos. Now, if I want to say this, I might consider doing an Easter bootcamp physically in Lagos. I might, physical, Lagos. I didn't make any commitment, but Lagos is my biggest community, and Lagos guys, you guys are rock stars. I mean, you guys are rock stars. My biggest community on social media, Facebook group is Lagos. So I might consider doing a physical meeting in Lagos, physical, and I mean physical. So if you're here, you own a school, boarding school, you need to send me a DM. We need to start thinking about this, because Lagos is precious. I see us opening an office in Lagos by God's grace, because Lagos is precious. So it might be in the Easter, all right? We might test it out in the Easter a little bit, okay? So thank you so very much. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Auntie Lara. If Auntie Lara says let's do it, we're doing it. All right. So guys, this is the number. I'm going to post it again. All you need to do is send me a message and tell me whether it is, if it is club, if it is bundle, if it is course, club, bundle, or course, club, bundle, or course. And remember, if you buy club for 1 year, you get course for free. So if you want club, so if you're paying annual, let me know so that we can make sure that you get into the course. So Port Harcourt is many too. Yeah, Port Harcourt is many too. Let me tell you something. There's nothing that we cannot do as long as we organize ourselves. We can do a poll and see how many kids we have in Port Harcourt and their age range, and that will determine the class we're holding in Port Harcourt. By the way, I grew up in Port Harcourt, so Port Harcourt is home for me as well. So don't worry, we will plan something. Hey, Abuja, Uncle, we don't start. Oh, we've started 3 chapters. I'm in Abuja now. I actually have a hostel facility in Abuja. My husband has a hostel facility in Abuja, so we can do a small petite thing one weekend, maybe for, I don't know, but you guys have started talking about physical meeting. All right, so okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I've noted that, Auntie Lara. So I'm going to be drawing the curtains here. This video is going to be live for replay. If you got an SMS about coming to this class, if you got an SMS notifying you for this class, then it means that you already have an SMS with a YouTube link on how you can join this class. So I look forward to hearing from every one of you. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who sent their girls to us this year for this bootcamp. We appreciate you. We honor you. We honor you. We honor you. We don't take you for granted in any way. And it was such an honor to be in your homes this week. So for the replays, give us some time, like we're wrapping up today, and we want to put all the replays on YouTube so that it's easy for you to access, but it's going to be private. Not everyone will be able to see it, okay? So it's going to be private, and then we'll share the links with everyone. But we're going to share it like this. 3 to 5 year olds will get 4 replays like that, like that, like that. Hey, yes, so I'm seeing Miss Senami. She was our chaperone for 3 to 5 year olds, and she's the one that named all of us princess. So she's called me Princess Irene tonight. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And if there was a father in the house, please indicate and tell me I'm a father and I was here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Auntie Tony. Thank you, Auntie Ese. Your support is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if there was a father on the stream, let me know you were here so that I can recognize you. Thank you so much, Sis Henrietta. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Oh, thank you. Father in the house. Thank you. Hey, I'm seeing 2 fathers were in the house today. Thank you so much. Thank you to Chaplain Senami, Kemi, Opayemi, and Rudy. That was a mother that took notice of all the chaperones that were in the room. Thank you so much. God bless you. Yes, we are all a part of God's impact puzzle. Your girls are part of God's impact puzzle, and they need to know that. So I want to thank everyone. Auntie Juliana Agabo, I love you. I appreciate you. God bless you big time. So we're logging out right about now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to unmute now so that I hear the voices of the parents that were in the room. So now you can unmute yourself as we are saying our bye-byes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, bye. Thank you.
So much.
Thank you
Bless you.
so
Bye.
much.
I love you, your princesses.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, what did somebody ask a question?
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Atuma, I'll get to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
God did
Thank
it,
you
sis.
so
God did
much.
it. God did it. Thank you so
God
much.
bless you.
Thank
Thank you so much. God
you.
bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you
All right.
so very
Thank you
much.
so much, Auntie Irene.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yes,
so
Auntie
much. God
Irene.
bless you.
See Auntie
Thank you.
Irene.
Yes, bye, bye. Bye. Take care of you. We love you.
Auntie Irene, my daughter wants to say hi.
Please let me see her. Hi, darling. How are you?
How are you?
How are you doing today?
Fine.
Good to see your beautiful face again. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Take care of you. Thank you. Oh, thank you,
Okay.
Father. We thank
All
you.
right
We thank you,
then.
Father. Thank
I
you
feel
so much.
low.
Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, this one
Lord,
really
we thank you. We
that as
thank
I
you. We
wake
thank you.
up. What's happened?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
No, don't get for a stomach for. They look like someone in the ass now. Should I tell you that if it's over, go home and rest and come back? Kim is there. You don't get money for you buy gloves.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night.